Currently today, we have a chocolate city in Kenya. We have 2 offices in Nigeria. We have a chocolate city in New York today. We have another company in Atlanta, and we have another one in South Africa. In terms of our work, we've been able to discover some really fantastic musicians, and we've been able to work with them. And just last year, we signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Warner Music, which is the biggest, one of the 3 biggest record labels in the whole world, right? And it's never been done before in the history of Africa. We're the first company in the whole of Africa to do a partnership directly with one of the big 3 record labels. Any other thing that you're seeing with those labels in Africa is either they're coming to set up their own office. But in our case, they decided that it was best to partner, right? Not to set up a thing, but partner with us because we're the right guys to go with. So I want you to ponder on some points. Number 1, if you don't have big ideas, if you don't have big money, you must have big ideas, right? Correct. You must be very creative. Number 2, your ideas must solve a problem or anticipate future problems and prefer solutions. So we're in COVID times. Post-COVID, what would the world look like? What would the world need post-COVID? And what is the solution you can provide? People are now creating, I'll show you something. I just got this. I don't know if you guys are seeing these things, these masks.
Yeah.
They're using Ankara to do these things now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody is thinking. In Lagos, somebody just gave a contract for 5 million of these masks. The state government has given to 2 fashion designers.
Wow.
If that 5 million masks is 20 naira a pop, how much money have they made? But somebody was thinking. Somebody saw. In Kaduna now, they're saying that they have 35 COVID patients. It's going to get to much more than that, trust me. Isn't it time for somebody from Startup Grind to go and do a proposal? Or you guys come together and set a proposal to produce 20,000 masks every week and let the government supply or partner with somebody to fund this thing. That way, people will be engaged sewing, they're making money, and you're saving lives at the same time. Mm-hmm. Because the beauty of these masks is that you can wash them and use them again. Okay. While the other white one, you cannot use them more than once or two times. Number 3, innovation, creativity, ideas, and proper execution of the ideas are the difference between successful companies and not so successful ones. Let me tell you guys something. Do you know that statistically, it's been found that companies that have co-founders and partners are more likely to succeed than one-man businesses.
I think this is an interesting point because that argument is very strong here, where people always say, so I know one of us, I don't know if he's here, has always asked me that this co-founder thing, he has seen that so many times co-founders walk away, they go their different ways. You see that even with Facebook and Instagram and even in the entertainment industry, that happens a lot. So how do people avoid or address that? If we go by these statistics, how then do we maintain that partnership? It was something I was going to ask you because it's something that has come up time and again. It's always coming up.
So what I think we should do is that when I finish, then let's get questions, right?
Yeah, questions are already coming in.
Coming up. So let me finish this. Then I can come back to address the issue. So I can just get rid of this and then we can now face. I think that's the most important thing for you guys. And ask it. I'm here to get answers to your questions. And I can't solve everything out here. Yeah. So again, I said in today's world, astute companies and individuals must hunt for new ideas continuously and relentlessly. Then they need to work to understand that almost always, the more ideas you can work with, the better you have. So you need a bigger idea pool. And sometimes it won't come here. That's why the word brainstorming comes from. Different brainstorming. Because 2 heads are better than one, always. 2 heads are better than one. And then, in fact, the more minds you can engage in the hunt for new ideas, the better. That's become part of our professional mantra. No, the Oga boss syndrome in Nigeria is a drawback. Before this call today, I had a team call with my staff. And let me see, they were more than you people, actually. A bit over the number of people. And we were talking, and some of them, you know, they said, I was like, hey, good morning, guys. How are you guys? Yes, sir. I said, please stop all this, your sir. You guys know that. That does not mean anything.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that sir means that they will not tell you. Sir means that you're always right. You can never be wrong. Sir means that they're not as important sometimes. But if you call me out and you do what I ask you to do, that's what the sir I need. You know, so that syndrome is what is killing a lot of companies. So again, in today's world, companies must regard any challenge as a unique opportunity to describe or construct an effective innovation solution. So let me tell you what happened on our call today. I was talking to my team, asking them, how difficult has it been to work in the company post-COVID with this isolation? Because we were the first company to allow our staff to work from home. I'd given that order 2 months ago, before I even hit Nigeria. I told you guys, this thing is coming. I can see what's happening. So let's begin to move to online, have a we use Trello to help manage our activities so that I don't want any of my staff to die of COVID because of work. Everybody work from home. So I was doing a review to find out how it's been. And many of them were like, well, you know what? We actually found that we're doing much more work now than before. The work may be longer, but we feel, because one of my staff said, I wake up and instead of traveling 1.5 hours to go to the office, my office is next to me. I take a shower, I dress up and I start work.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to figure out in the company today is how we have 2 offices, not 3 offices. Maybe we don't use 2 offices, maybe just in 1 office, money of rent. And people work at home sometimes and come to the office for work sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to innovate and change the way we're working because we need to move with the times. We're creators, remember. We have to be on top of things. And then let me just move further on. The last point I want to make actually is the question of the pie. And this is the core of the message. And let me show you examples of the pie. Do you guys hear about Ted Riley and Babyface challenge?
Ted Riley.
Yeah, do you guys hear about the challenge? The Instagram that they broke Instagram. You know, you guys, they were doing a battle between them, right? Of who has got better songs, who produced the best songs between Ted Riley and Babyface. It was so heavy that the internet shut down. They could not, the traffic from the world was so much that they could not. Now, what is interesting is what this, and let me show you very quickly. I was doing a Google search and just to show you what the outcome was. Somebody like Ted Riley, okay, now, I don't think I have it here.
Okay.
Well, they said that Ted Riley gained almost 700,000 followers because of this person.
Wow.
And his streams increased by 810%. All of them gained at least 700,000 followers, both of them, because they collaborated to do a battle. That's the power of collaboration, not competition. So imagine Ted Riley did his own thing and D1 did his own thing. The numbers would have been much less. Yeah. But what happens is when you collaborate, you bring together 2 audiences, 2 fans, 2 different worlds together, and it's more powerful. Have you guys heard about Access Bank taking over Diamond Bank?
Very well.
Do you know that Access Bank and Diamond Banks were the biggest competitors in the world? You know that, right? They are big competitors. They are all quite similar. If you look at how the banks are, they're very modern banks, they're young banks, they're fresh, and they target people like you guys.
Yeah.
What led to them merging is because they knew that together they could make more money by merging their resources and forgetting their egos and becoming one. And this is the example of what I was referring to here when I said the pie. Increased productivity and efficiency in many cases are greatly increased by co-creation and ideation. Remember, when I say co-creation, I'm talking about partnerships.
Yeah.
So let me explain to you the principle of what the pie is. If as CEO, chairman of Aldo Mekori company, right? My pie is this big. Corporation, my pie is this big. And this 10%. Which do you prefer? 100% of this or 10% or this 10%, which is this size?
10%, definitely.
10%. So if this is so, why aren't we trying to create bigger enterprises? Why does everybody want to be CEO, founder of a company by himself? Why don't you want to be co-founder? Why don't you think, and I'll give you a simple business example that will help you understand why partnerships must work and you have no choice about partnership. Is that, do you know that Instagram is owned by Facebook, Abi?
Yeah.
I know that WhatsApp is owned by Facebook.
Yeah.
Was Facebook not doing okay without Instagram and WhatsApp?
Very okay. They were doing very well.
They were.
So why did they acquire WhatsApp and Instagram?
Because they could actually do better.
Because they could grow the market, grow a bigger pie.
Yes.
The pie is not a percentage, it's the size. The problem is that we're focused on percentage, not the actual size that comes to us. So that's why you're worried about being CEO of Nathaniel Baxi Company or Abdul and Sons, because you want to be Oga and chairman and nobody can tell you rubbish. But what you need is a company that three of you are arguing every day, not agreeing, and there's no real Oga sometimes, and there's an Oga sometimes. But your ego takes a back seat. But you're contributing what you're great at. And together you're bringing a size that's much bigger. That's why Instagram decided to do a deal with Facebook, and they've grown a bigger platform today. If Diamond Bank and Access Bank, which are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, can come and merge, my brother and my sister, who are you? How much is your business? Which of you has a business worth up to $50 million here? Put up your hand.
In the future.
No, right now. Okay, $40 million. Anybody? 30 million?
It's coming down. $30 million.
I want to see your please, because the people are hiding their money here. Let's know the people that are hiding.
Abi, come out.
Anybody?
Maybe Leslie.
Let's like this, Abi.
For we're coming up.
So guys, understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say to you is that no matter, even if your size, your pie of the size of your pie is big, if you beat other people, you can make a bigger pie. And let me give you a simple example before I take your questions. Audu wants to start a company, right? In that company, I want to give legal advice. Abi? Leslie is an accountant. No, let me use Excel. So Excel is an account. I don't know if Excel is female or not. So let me use female. No, can't have another guy, please. That's So I think I saw Amina, I saw Fatima.
Yeah.
So Amina wants to start her company, right? She wants to sell jewelry, right? And Fatima wants to sell makeup, right? Amina's rent is 500,000 for a two-room office. Fatima's rent is 500,000 for a two-room. Sorry, there's somebody's microphone that's open.
Yeah, please mute your mics. Please mute your mics.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the only people I want to hear from is Fatima and Amina, because there are business people here, you know. So Fatima actually just needs one room, but the only office he can get is 500K and it's 2 rooms, Abi? And Amina also needs only one room, but the only office he can find is 500K. What if Fatima and Amina say, you know what? Let's open a fashion and a beauty salon, right? One part is fashion, one part is beauty and jewelry, sorry. One is jewelry, one is beauty, right?
Yeah.
The rent is still 500K. Amina needs to just take 250,000. Fatima should take 250,000. They'll pay their rent. And they have said what? 250,000 each. So they need to buy a generator. Generator is 300,000 naira. If each of them had an office, they would have to spend money buying 2 different generators of 300,000 each. But if they bring 150K, they can buy that same generator and it's sufficient for their businesses. But let me tell you the other more important thing is that a person who comes to do her makeup may want to even get jewelry to go for a party. Abi? And the person who comes to do jewelry may even say, let me also get my face beat. That's what they say. Let me do my face beat. Abi? Before know it. Your company revenue, so remember that each of these companies is making 200,000 every year, 500,000 each year as profit. The fact that they're co-locating, it means more people are going to come to that shop and they'll what? Probably cross-reference customers. You understand? Customers may begin to join so that they may move their revenue. Even if they're not generating more revenue, they have saved 250,000 naira off the rent. They saved 150,000 naira off the generator, and even office supplies, maybe a secretary. They both share one secretary, so they don't need to order a separate secretary for each person. This is how businesses grow, is that they look at where they can collaborate to expand their reach. So as I end, I want you businesses here, there are 23 or so of you, or 21 of you now on this thing, who are doing business. What if you guys collaborated and created one business? And now you have a free accountant, a free lawyer, a free tech guy, and you're building one big company. How much more would it be? Finally speaking, because of my partnership, excuse me.
Sorry.
I have not been active in Nigeria for the past 2 years or so, but my partners have kept on running my business. What if my business was just out of Korea and I wasn't available? Wouldn't my business have crumbled by now? So you see, when you think about partnership, don't only think about today, think of tomorrow. Think about the fact that you may not be as strong tomorrow, or you may not have as much opportunities as you have now. So the best thing to do is ensure that you get your legal work right, put together a good partnership document, talk with your partner regularly, update yourselves on what is going on with what you're doing. But trust me, the longest lasting business are partnerships, and very rarely is it about a sole proprietor, very rare. And with that, I think I've just ended my presentation, and
Wow.
I'm happy to you guys.
Yeah, this is actually eye-opening and interesting. Businesses that are built to last obviously depend on partnerships. I read the book Built to last month or so, and everything you said is actually captured in that book. So questions are already coming up. I think I've sent one to you. Another one that was there before that I can't find again was talking about from a legal perspective. So someone wanted to find out if your background in law has helped you in business. And of course, I would want to assume that too, because partnerships will require that some documents are signed, the boundaries are known, everybody understands his or her role. Another one said, we would love to have your slide if you don't mind. Okay. So what do you think?
So my slide is $500. I'll send you my bank account. So you guys, once you credit my account, you get my slides.
It's worth it. It's worth it. So I don't know if you saw. If you saw the question that I sent to you.
Yeah, I can see questions. So should I just start from the ones I can see?
Yes. Exactly.
Would you say being a lawyer helped you form legal partnerships that didn't resemble the many failed partnership businesses have? No, I wouldn't say that being a lawyer helped me. Being a lawyer helped me understand how to write the partnerships, but you have to also work the partnerships. You have to work the partnerships because you see, a document is a representation of the will of the people, but doesn't always reflect the actions of the people. So what you have to do is make sure that you work to keep the partnership going. It's not that partners don't fight. It's that if you're united around an objective and you build a structure, you have a mechanism to help resolve disputes when they happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important that you need to get a lawyer to help you. It's very important. My partnerships have worked because of how my attitude is to partnerships in the first place. That's my personal ethic. And I'm actually about to launch a course on partnerships specifically, which people can learn about how to structure partnerships and to maintain partnerships, because I think it's the most important thing that businesses need now more than ever. but it's always about trying to be fair to all your partners. It's important. You have to have a sense of fairness. You have to have a sense of selflessness sometimes. Sometimes you have to set boundaries. Sometimes you have to relax boundaries. So those are things that are not typecast only in a document, but they are more embedded in the spirit of the persons that you're working with. So like any business, Abdul, you must vet your partner. Make sure you have the right partner. Don't go and do partnership with a crook and then say that you expect him to keep his word. He will not keep his word because he's a partner. He's a crook. The same way you vet your girlfriend, your wife, or your husband, or your spouse, is the same way you must vet your partner because you're going to a marriage. And like any marriage, you need a divorce to get out of that relationship. So it's not to be taken lightly, but it must be done if you really want to expand your growth. Secondly, on joint businesses, you find situations where other partners or co-founders put in little or no effort in driving the business organization. One or a few persons end up striving to keep the dream. Despite several wake-up calls, no adjustments are made. How can situations be addressed? Fantastic question. And I'll tell you what, in the first 10 or so years of Chocolate City, I was one who did most of the work. That's the truth. I did most of the work above my partners. Right? And that I'm saying is a mindset. And whether it came to even asking contributions, I actually put more than my partners. That's a fact. But my mindset is not about, and I'm saying that you must think of today, tomorrow, and the future, right? And the future is that I might not be in a position to do the same thing as I was 2 years ago, right? But the minute that it came to all my partners pay critical, please note what I'm saying. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm saying that in terms of the amount of work that was put, I was full-time. I was the one doing most of the full-time work, right? And I made a lot of sacrifices as well. But in their different times, we're in business for 15 years now, they have all put in sacrifices that I wasn't around. There are times that there's no money, it's Yahya that pays the money and makes that happen. There are times that nothing happening, it's Paul. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I've not been around. It's Paul that runs the day-to-day of the business, right? I'm involved, but I'm not as heavily involved as he is now. So what if I said at that time, oh, because I'm the one doing everything, let me, you guys get out. What would happen? You know what I'm saying? So I think you need to understand that in partnership, there are different dynamics. We can't all put in, right? But it's important for you, and that's why you must have a mechanism that addresses that. And that's why your lawyer is, okay, this is your job, You know what, in the partnership thing is that there are times that I say, oh, you know what, leave this thing, I'll handle it. I say, okay, thank God. There was one time there was no money. I was panicking. And I was out of the country. I was out of the country. And I called Naya. I said, man, you're not paid salary. I said, don't worry, I've sorted it.
Correct.
Partnership. But if it was about, so if I was doing, I would not sorry.
Please, you can mute your mic if you are not talking.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no wahala.
Yeah, so then the next question, it's been nice to hear from you. We would love to have you. This is one I don't I'll show it to you guys after.
Okay. So maybe there's one that is not there that I sent to you via chat. Someone was asking, how do you, I don't know if you saw it, I sent a private chat to you. It was something about how exactly. So someone asked that.
Man, that's a difficult question.
So that's why I actually wanted you to see.
It's a very big question. Like saying, how do I
Please, guys, if you are not talking, mute your mic.
Let me.
Okay, maybe the noise is
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so I was just saying that I don't know how you cultivate a business mindset. You either have it or you don't, or you grow it. I don't have it. Honestly, I don't know how to answer the question because um, it's sometimes it's nurture. Sometimes you grow up and see people doing it. Sometimes it's hard that makes you do it. Sometimes you're just bored. Sometimes it's because of the work that you're doing. But the mindset is something that you have to cultivate if you want it.
But I
Go for
think
it.
it would go back to the fact that you said that we should always look for opportunities to actually create solutions. Because I know people who have said, see, I've tried businesses different times. As in, I'm not just a business person. But I want to believe if we look at it from the angle that you actually said, always look for a problem to solve, be a solution provider, then you can create a business out of it.
Yeah. Cool. But there's an interesting question Excel put here. I liked it. He said, thank you, Ms. Aldu. I tried asking some friends to partner with me in starting a cleaning firm, and they told me, go start first. What do I do? Go start first. Do you understand? You must, because there are two issues. It's either they're not the right partners or they're waiting to see. One of the guys that I brought as a partner in Chocolate City, when I registered Chocolate City, there's one of my friends who I put there. I told him, I said, come and invest. Do you know that 10 years later, he calls me, 7 years later, says, Aldo, you know what? I should have invested. I made a mistake. I didn't see where you're going. Right? I admire what you guys have done. I wish I'd seen it at that time. I didn't see it. So it's not, then they're not your partners. If they can't see it, then maybe they're not your partners. But also notice too that success has friends and failure is an orphan. So right now, isn't it easier for me to do, the reason it's easy for me to do a deal with Warner Music, which for me was a dream when I was starting this, and we're saying one day, one big company will come and partner with us. That's our dream. But the reason why it happens that we've already done our work. Sometimes you have to start the work by yourself. But as you onboard, you bring in partners. And many of them may not agree your vision at first. It's not like when we started, everybody was like, let's go. I remember that when I even quit my job to focus on Chocolate City, both the IR and Paul told me, hey, how do you're leaving your job for Chocolate City? Are you sure? It's risky. They were not sure. But that's why you're called an entrepreneur. Because you're sure, even when people are not sure. You're going to put your neck on the line because you believe in something you're trying to create that is bigger than what you can see. And that's called vision.
Yeah.
Vision is seeing. Vision is not seeing what anybody can see. It's seeing what people cannot see. And then action is making that thing happen, following your vision. Any other thing is called hallucination. All right. Let me see. Then somebody's Abdul Shahid again. Let me somebody. Paul Ishaya said, how can someone deal with the fear of breakup for a partnership? It's life. Life. It happens. Partnerships break up, right? For one reason or the other. Sometimes things just don't work. Yahya is not a partner on Chocolate City anymore. He used to be. We used to even partner on the law firm together. He's not on Chocolate City anymore. And what happened was simply that we got to a point whereby he could not focus on what he was doing, right? And he had so many other things that were drawing his attention, and he couldn't. So we had a conversation, we agreed, and he left. It hasn't stopped anything. Yeah. Partnerships is not a death sentence. Things change. Somebody may wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, I don't like hearing music anymore, so I don't want to work in music business. What are you going to do? Force him? No. If somebody wakes up tomorrow and says, I cut off my leg, I cut my hand while I was in the farm. I don't want to be a farmer anymore. Will you force me to be in the farm? You can't. And that's why you have to create a mechanism for communication and legal documentation. Because our communication with Yahya was good, was such that we said, okay, you know what? This is not working for me. I told them that, like, even the law firm, I couldn't do the law firm as well anymore. Because I have so many things going on. After a while, you see that you can't even concentrate anymore.
Yeah.
So you have a conversation and you move. In my current partnership, because I have other partnerships, MI is a partner in my business now. I brought him on board 10 years ago or so, and I made him a partner. There's a staff that came in as an NYC corper. She's our executive vice president today. She's my partner. She has shares in the company. We have somebody who was. So that's my mindset. My mindset is that I want to build more with people. And yes, there are risks, and I've suffered some disappointment. But that won't stop me from building something that's bigger than me. You see, if your vision is something you can see, then it's not a vision, it's a mission. A vision is something you cannot see.
Bigger.
And it's something that's bigger than you. people to work with you, get you there. Startup grind is somebody's vision.
Yeah.
But look at how many directors I have on.
Yeah.
If you guys are not there, is there any startup grind? There's nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's your partnership that's making what it is today. Somebody's vision, which he could not do by himself. So he recruited other people to bring the mission. So that's what I think of US. And I don't know. Somebody said, what else? Thank you. I had a great session. I would love to ask, what advice do you have for young professionals who are quite passionate about going to entrepreneurial space? And secondly, what has been the greatest challenge for you as an entrepreneur in the creative sector with focus on music industry? Well, I want to also correct, I'm not a music entrepreneur. I have many, many businesses that I do, by the way. Music just happens to be the loudest one. And so I'm a former music entrepreneur. I don't really even do the music business like that. I have people that do that now. And I've stepped back from that almost 5-6 years ago. But let me say that maybe what you're asking me is that how do you, if you have a job and you want to become an entrepreneur, which one do you do? I would say that you slide into entrepreneurship. Don't go, sometimes, I mark my words, sometimes you have to slide into it. Do you get it? Don't cut off your job. Some people say, I don't want to go. You can, but you must have the faith to carry you. If you're not sure, start your business while you're working somewhere. Because what happens is that I learned a lot working in other companies while I started my business. I stopped working for anybody in 2008. Before that, I was a legal consultant with a Canadian law firm. Before that, I worked with Afe Babalola. I've been company secretary of another company. I worked in several corporate positions, which helped to teach me how to run a company in the first place, which was useful in building my company. So I think it's important for you to also do your apprenticeship, in quote, in other companies before you slide into entrepreneurship, because it's not easy. It is not easy. Trust me, it is not easy. My days are filled with, and I run several companies. I have a company in New York that's a different company. It's an esports company. I have I have 4 companies in Nigeria that I need to run. I have boards that I sit on. I have my own small engagement I'm trying to do. I'm doing a TV program. There's so many things I'm doing. So it's difficult to manage all those things. So trust me, anybody that tells that it is a liar, but you can do it. You can do it because this boy from Durakwe, Jabba local government did it. Boleku.
Correct. So I think this has been an interesting conversation. I can see people are getting out and coming in, maybe data issues and all that. But it's really been worth the while, I must say. I know every other person thinks that way. Are there any other questions you'd like to take?
No, I mean, I think I've answered everything I've seen. I haven't seen any female. But my females, I'm not seeing any questions. I've not even heard anybody speak. What's happening now?
I think that question about the mindset thing was from a female.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mindset?
It was actually in the chat, but it was a general comment. So I copied and I sent to you.
Okay. All right, but I do hear from our female folk because I know that females also have a particular challenge in our society. Sometimes marriage stops them from being this thing, and that's one of the reasons why. And please, if you have time, go on my Instagram page or my Facebook page. I think it's on YouTube. Go and upload the interview I had with Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Very, very inspiring.
Probably one of the most accomplished women I've seen. Yeah, you go and listen to her story.
No, I actually joined it.
To mix her family. Oh, you joined it? Okay, good.
I joined the conversation,
but I have an editing version which is smoother, so you can actually see it, right?
Okay.
So you can check it on my Facebook page, or you can check it on my IG. There's a link there.
Okay.
It's a very interesting story of how a woman has achieved so much. Yes, she has a balanced family. She has 3 lovely children, all very accomplished. All of them are Harvard. Her husband is a neurologist. She's on the board of Twitter. I mean, if you follow her CV, it's confusing. Last time I sat with her, I think it was last year, and she was just telling me, we were gisting, she was just telling me about what she's doing. I said, Madam, how don't you get tired? Like, all these things. You see, every success has level.
But it's the same way someone is asking you now. It's on the Q&A. Exactly.
Yeah. exactly. Yeah, somebody exactly. So this is what I'm saying. That's the great thing about life. Everybody can do better. Everybody can learn from somebody. So no matter how low you think you are now, you're an inspiration to many people that are watching you. Don't make a mistake, right? And the great thing about it is that when you talk to people like that and you see they're still calm, they still fear God, they still are achieving, they're so humble, then you know that you can do it. Remember, she grew up in a village called Anu something village
I
in Delta.
remember.
So all of Ogu something in
Yeah,
Delta. And she
Uguluko
grew
or
up in the
something. Yeah,
village.
I remember.
Yes, she grew up in the village with her grandmother.
For like 8 years or so.
8 years. Now, this is a woman that she can call literally any president in the world and they'll be pleased to pick up her call. Yes, ma'am, how can we help you? The last time I spoke to her, before we did the interview, I spoke to her, I called her, and we haven't spoken in a while, so I just called to say hi. And she picked up, hey, Aldo, I'm in the middle of a board meeting. I have 10 minutes. I said, okay, don't worry, I'll call you some other time. She said, no, let's talk. Imagine her board meetings are not board meetings with executive director of UBA Bank, Kakuri. No. It's meetings with Bill Gates. It's meetings with the president of South Africa. It's meetings at the White House. It's meetings with the World Bank. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At that point, pick up a phone from Aldo Mekwe from Dura, Java local government. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It shows you a balance that we can reach.
Mm.
There is a balance we can reach, and we can all do it, and we can do it better than all of us. So I'm very, very excited about you guys. I'm happy that it's from Kaduna. I'm happy that you guys have a Kaduna affiliation. Kaduna can be the greatest city in the world, guys. And it's because of you guys. It's not because of any other person. It's not because of any governor, senator, or House of Reps. Those guys are government people. They do what they do. It's people like you that will change the perception of Kaduna about what you're doing. So please know that the future is bright and you are the bulb. You are the bulbs of the future for Kaduna and for the world. And from Kaduna, you can change the world.
Yeah. True. So I think this will be the last question because we actually said 1 hour. Interestingly, we always like when we say 1 hour and see 2 hours. It means there's value. So
2 hours.
Yeah, already.
Wow. And I have another session actually.
Abdul is actually asking that you please answer his question. Abdul Shahid is asking that you please answer his question, and I think that will be the last question. We'll take a group picture and we'll be on our way.
Okay, so he said, I'm trying to build a co-creation platform for young people to be able to adopt modern farming technology such as aquaponics. This will enable everyone on the platform share infrastructure and technology using it in farming. What kind of partnerships or partners do you think we can explore? Brilliant. You see, my namesake is a very sharp guy. Maybe because my name.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
yeah,
he's a sharp guy.
No, he is. No, but you know what I said? I said because he's my namesake. So I was just
okay.
Yeah, so I'm just kidding. But yeah, but I every question here, you guys have asked some very hard questions, and you can see I'm sweating. I don't know if you guys can see. So the questions are very hot.
We appreciate you.
I think that what you need to do is look for a partner, and depending on what you have. So you are using tech. You need a farmer. You need somebody in the farm space. You probably need space. You need somebody who has got a warehouse to rent. Because aquaponics is building stuff in a controlled environment, right?
Yeah.
Without using the normal soil and whatever it is. So your partner needs to be a farmer. You need someone who can provide you with seed. You need someone who can provide you with a warehouse. You need maybe a company that can help you with solar paneling that allows light to come in, right? And then you need maybe a financial payment partner to talk about. And I don't know what your plan is because, I mean, there are many ways you can look at that partnership. But I think you need to think about it. And let me tell you how I think about business. I'm very visual in how I think about business. I close my eyes and I say to myself, when this business is at its peak, what would I want to see? You get what I'm saying? So let's start from the end, then work it backwards. Reverse engineering, right? Meaning that if Abdul's platform is called aquaponics, aquaponics, right? .com. We deliver fresh lettuce and tomatoes to your house every day. Let's say that's the end product, right? That means that you can press a button and they'll deliver tomatoes to your house, right? Then let's work it backwards. What do I need to see? I need to have a delivery system that will take the mangoes there. I need a warehouse where the mangoes are stored so that the delivery person can pick up the tomatoes. I need somebody in this warehouse who's going to box the tomatoes according to size, price, and ripeness, and they stock them somewhere, right? I need a fridge to store them in a certain temperature so they don't get bad quickly. I need a transportation system that will take the raw tomatoes from the farmers to the warehouse where they'll be sorted. Then I need to provide seedlings for the farmers who find, I need somebody to guide them and put them in the warehouse so they know how to tend this particular aquaponic plant. Then I need the people who have the aquaponics equipment to supply me with aquaponics. So when you go backwards, you look at all the steps that you need in the process, and then you put them together and say, okay, where do I need to partner? Where do I need to pay? Where do I need to get a sort of concession to make my business more easy? So does that answer your question? Does that help?
I think it does. It
Huh?
makes sense.
Abdul, can you talk? I want to hear. Okay.
Abdul, yeah, he
Okay.
said thanks very well on the chat.
All right, guys, thank you so much. It's been a privilege. And please, anything that has to do with Kaduna, I am always down. And I'll also be happy to bring people for you as well. I want to also invite other people to come and talk to you guys, to encourage you in this great journey, and so that we can make Kaduna great. And we can make Nigeria through Kaduna great. Because we're the greatest people, we're the biggest range of the most, shall I say, cosmopolitan population from everywhere in the world. Then Kaduna. Yoruba House people, wherever it is. So we're not just Kaduna. Kaduna is like a Lagos.
Yeah.
It's just that it changed recently, and we need to bring it back to that stage. So religion, race, ethnic background, wipe it out of your mind. We are human beings. And if nothing has shown us that, COVID has shown that whether you're religious, rich, poor, house, girl, female, a giant or a short person, COVID attacks you, and the result is the same. So let's treat people as human beings, forget where they're from. And trust me, Kaduna, your businesses, and this joke that you're seeing on the internet about what Instagram audio is doing is a joke. You're going to do much more. And I'm waiting to see the results. I'm waiting for my 10% commission.
We appreciate you, boss. If you go through the chat, you'll see people pouring love. Keep pouring your love. One of the things we would like to ask from you, two things actually before you actually go. One is I want you are now the host because I had network issues, so we now gave you host. So you would help us take a group picture. We'll ask everybody to show their faces so that you help us take a group picture. That's one.
I'm not sure how to do it. Do I just send it back to you? I really don't know how to do it, and I don't want to. Let me see if I can change.
Okay. So while you are doing that, I think this is one request I've been waiting to ask you.
Okay.
My colleague Zubeiru Bennett is always teasing me when he asks me to speak in Kagoma, and I tell him, well, it's not I grew up in Lagos. He will be like, shut up. Audu grew up in Lagos, but if you hear him blowing Jabba, Abi is I don't know the language he actually says. He says you can speak your local dialect very well. So I should stop giving him that Lagos thing. So we want you to tell us something in your local dialect, please.
Okay, so I'm paying good. Yes, so say the yam kuma number yada nyiri bang kuma anjima ngudia nom do ham nom do duro we kwen korina misu okay. My wife is laughing at me. My wife is laughing at me. Yeah, so come and say come this way. So I want you guys to meet my co-creator, my partner, that's Zell.
Hello.
Hi.
You're doing a good job
everyone.
managing Audu. I saw your anniversary pictures on Instagram, and you guys are doing great. You're role models, and we're looking up to you. Thank you.
Thank you. And my wife is from Anambra, by the way.
Wow. So, are you serious? I think I have my Igbo people in the house. Okay, so yes, back to our pictures. I think
I made you host as well.
Yeah. So I'm also looking for the option, and it seems I can't find it. So can anybody? remember where that is?
Actually, so we need to, if everybody could put up their pictures now, I could do a screenshot. I can do
Okay,
that.
fine. Yes, I think that's the best way. So everybody, please put up your video, put up your picture. Let's see your face. Let's quickly show us your face so that we can do a screenshot of all of us, like a group picture that we will always look back at and remember. Can everybody show their faces?
No, I don't. Okay, I think we're getting. I'm not even sure. I can't even see the screen. That's the problem. So I can't even see everybody's. Is that icon isn't showing?
What view? Okay.
Because I could have.
Okay, so I think this is actually a webinar format. So
okay, so we can't. Yeah, it's only
not be able to show their faces.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's in the meeting
format that we can show our faces.
Okay.
Wow,
okay.
Thank you. Yeah, Mayokun, thank you. So yeah, this is a webinar format. I actually forgot myself.
Yeah.
It's been fun seeing all of you. And we hope that Audu, when you are in Nigeria, you please visit home and spend some time with us. We would like to have you, like Mayokun said. So all of our events are usually we invite someone, and like I shared, Yahaya came all the way from Lagos. We've had Khadija came all the way from Belgium or so. Interestingly, Yahaya met Khadija somewhere, I think in Paris, and didn't know that they were going to even be on the same Startup Grind event. So we appreciate you, and we hope that when you are in Nigeria, you will visit us and spend time with us. I will definitely love to see you, and I know everybody here will love the same. Do have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so can we all...
What I love for you guys to do... Okay, what I love you guys to do... Oh, the internet
sorry. No, what I wanted to ask was everybody should unmute their mic and let's say a big thank you, if it's possible.
And if we can't, what we can just simply do that hi guys. I like you guys just really put maybe the testimonials, nice or informative, whatever it is, and just post it, and then I'll that's as good enough as voices in case people can't.
Great. So I think that's actually better. We would actually do that. So on your various timelines, please show some love and appreciation to Audu. I think that's all he asks. He has another call and he has to run, and I think he has finally run. So thank you guys. It was great having you. I believe we learned a thing or two. Hope to see you in the coming weeks again, as we will bring some entrepreneur again who will share his story or her story with us to inspire and to educate us. One love from me and my directors, Mayokun, Victor. We love you. Keep grinding. Peace.